Good morning. Hi, up back. Here's the plan. Figure out a way to keep the dogs quiet while I'm filming. After that, skim coat, sanding of walls, ceilings, downspouts, cleaning the pool. Don't know if there's anything else. We'll see. It'll be our adventure. What could possibly go wrong? We'll start here at the pool today. But before I do, quick thank you. Thank you to everybody who's already responded to my plea yesterday and has put likes in for yesterday's video. Thank you so much for that. If you feel up to it, do it again today. And for those of you that still haven't subscribed, come on, press that subscribe button. Right, here, the pool water is not dreadful, but it's not great. It does have chlorine in it. It does, I think, have muriatic acid in it. But the floor of the pool, I think, needs another good vacuuming. I am going to go and look online today and see whether it's realistic in terms of price to go and buy a robot pool cleaner. A lot of people have suggested that, and I want to see if I can actually afford it. We will be later on today trying to put a little bit more water in the pool without messing it up too much, because the water level is a bit low. These water jets are now all above water, which is not what we want. So, bit of pool cleaning, bit of pool filling, that's the plan. All the bosses in one place at the same time. Boss Alan, engineer Raphael, lead foreman Manny. Just talking about what's coming up today. At the front of the house, one question I just asked and got the answer that I was hoping for was, what was the plan with this downspout? Was it going to go around this little ledge over the window or through it? And it's going to go through it. Very nice. That's what I was hoping for. In the dirty kitchen, we've got Richard and Owen working on the kitchen countertop area that was knocked out earlier on, and I believe that the plan is still to put back a roughly 5 centimetre base in that gap, but they're just cleaning off the ends where they knocked through yesterday. And under that pile of wood, did just confirm they have not adjusted the size of the sink yet. They do need me to get the dimensions before they can do that. And Mr. Rene is at the back of the house, plastering these catch basins. This is the first one that he's working on. So he's got 1, 2, 3, 4 more to go. We have more skim coat, more mud and tape. The skim coat in some areas now, they're actually on their 3rd layer. And it looks like we're getting a 2nd layer on the mud and tape. I didn't know that was going to be done. Yvette and singing, Rico. Continuing to put the PVC panels in the master bedroom. My guess is there's a pretty good chance they'll finish that today. Inside the master bathroom, one of the things that we've got to do is find some shower units that we like. We actually do have the shower unit for the master bathroom, the one I'm in now, but we don't have shower units for all the other bathrooms, and the ones that the builder gave us samples of we weren't too happy with. We did see some while we were in Alabang a couple of days ago, but we hadn't actually bought any yet. So that's one of the next things on our shopping list. We do have to head back to Alabang next week to pick up more of the sinks and maybe see if we've got any more of the taps that we can install in kitchens and bathrooms. This is the double height area over the sunroom. With the exception of some of the bathroom areas, well, no, all the bathrooms. This is the only upstairs area that does not yet have any skim coat on it. Downstairs, there's still the home theatre room that does not have any either, but that might need a different plan anyway. I forgot about this. This is just coming in the front door. So here, we also do not have skim coat on the wall just yet. We have a returnee. Singing Marvin is back. Apparently he had one monster hangover a few days ago and it's taken him a while to recover, but he's back now. Something we still haven't sorted out is the plastic roofing material or the netting for the greenhouse, the White House. I've looked at various options on the plastic roofing and it looks like for anything that's going to last more than 5 minutes, it's probably going to be 70, 80,000 pesos just for the material without even the installation. So still pondering on that. We've looked at various materials, polycarbonate's expensive, any kind of corrugated plastic isn't cheap. So we're still thinking. We'll let you know as and when we've got some kind of decision on that. I think we do have a supplier probably for the shade cloth that will go above it. We haven't yet got the netting for the sides. That should be a little easier to find though. It's just after lunch. We'll make a start here where we got Riddell back doing a bit of pool cleaning for us, and he is accompanied by Mr. Fitjoy over there on his t-shirt. I have not seen that gentleman before. Looks like he's helping out. So the push is on to try and get this a bit cleaned up by Tuesday if we can. Now my memory is at best flaky, but I don't think we looked at the patio since they finished this. It's all done. And yes, it is all the PVC material with that little bit of wooden highlight in there. It's going to look good, I think. Be good at night with the lights on. Owen's still sorting out where they cut out the space for the oven. Just getting a bit more plaster on there. Finish off the surfaces. In the kitchen, we got Mr. Rene and Mr. Ugtu Mayap over there working on plastering the end walls of the kitchen island, which I guess means they finished all of the catch basins at the back of the house. We'll go and have a quick look. The short answer is no, they didn't. They have done the inside surfaces on 4 out of the 5. They've done the top surface on 4 out of 5. But they haven't done the top surface here. And they haven't done the inside surface over there. That maths doesn't work, does it? Never mind, you get the point. Something else I've missed. Catch basins down this north wall. I think there are 4 of them before we reach the carport and storage room. So there's still some plastering to be done on these as well. Inside the rather dark storage room, we have the dynamic duo, the iShar team of O'Donnell and Original Rico, but we also have Joel is back again, helping out with a little bit of electrical. Actually, this is Ethernet. But this ceiling in here is pretty much all up, if you can see it. In the carport itself, we've still got Elson and Oliver. A little bit more work still being done on the frame, but a lot of it is already in place. So it looks like there's going to be at least 2 levels, 2 levels, and 1, 2, 3, 4 sections where there's a kind of a drop down area. Interesting to see how they deal with this one, what it ends up looking like. Something new on this decorative feature at the front of the house. There are now, if you can make them out, aluminium channels being put along all the length so far of the upper part. My guess would be that will extend all the way down as well. This, I believe, is going to be
Not sure if it's exactly a brick-like finish, but I think that's what it might be. It's not going to be real bricks, but I think that's what the channels are going up for. It's to attach these appearance of brick, non-bricks. In the master bedroom, very nearly done with these PVC panels. Looks like one piece still to go. Skim coating continuing. Again, I think this is now the third coat on this wall in the upstairs corridor. Here we have a white wall. I'm just trying to get in close, so you might be able to make out that this is after one skim coat layer, and it's still actually pretty rough. But they're about to come back through, and I think in this room it's about to be the second layer, although in fact it's possible, not entirely clear, it's possible that that is still the first layer. And coming down here, it does look considerably smoother. I don't know if that's just because that rough area was initially very rough, or if in fact this lower section, I think it's had a second coat. But they are now bringing in scaffolding, platforms, so they can continue all the way up the wall. So I think that's what it is. I think that's one skim coat, this is two, and after that, still one to go. Just as an experiment, we'll see if this comes out, but this is a wall that has now had 3 layers of skim coat on it, and it does look really quite different to the naked eye. We'll see if the camera picks up on that as well. This is a different bedroom, and again, to the naked eye, it's chalk and cheese. It's, to my eye, very clear. This only has one skim coat layer on it. This is in the dining room. That's it. That's our dining table and chair set without a table. What do you think? Bit different. It's 4:10. The bell's gone. They're all off. Are they slacking? No, it's Saturday, so they finish at 4 o'clock. I have been just catching up on comments and apologies. I got 2 or 3 days behind, as I regularly do, but you know that I do try to get to them all eventually. The one common factor I think throughout is the number of downspouts. Too many, too few, too small, too big. There's quite a few thoughts on that subject. Well, the reality is now it is what it is. So I would rather have too many than too few, and I'm hoping that we've gone that way. But time will tell. We'll see when the next major rainstorm comes what actually happens. This is the cutout for the dirty kitchen where they've left the space for the oven now. They've not yet put back any base, but Erwin did finish off the plastering on the sides. This is the living room, and right towards the end of the day they were just moving a little bit more scaffolding in here. So I think on Monday this is what they'll be working on. In the master bedroom, scaffolding's all gone, ceiling's all in. So mud and tape still to do. And they're having a couple of comments about the tape element of mud and tape. There's none here, but I did check with the engineer earlier on. They are using a fiberglass tape, which a couple of people have said they believe is the one to use. This is looking back down the corridor upstairs. I think you've seen enough of white or semi-white walls, so I'm not going to go around and do close-ups of walls again. Just there was a continuing effort to skim coat, second or even third coats in some places upstairs. Back on the decorative bit at the front of the house, all of the upper story has now those aluminium channels in place. Haven't yet started, and I assume they will, on the lower portion. I was hoping to be able to get in and just check the status on the solar system, but I'm not a contortionist. I can't get around all that scaffolding and stuff, so that'll have to wait. Inside the carport, the frame itself is done, but obviously they've got to come back and now put all the panels in of whatever sort they're going to use. This is on the north side of the house, and I think it's today they've extended a water pipe
down to the outside edge of the storage room and carport, just so we've got an outside water source just there to help us with cleaning cars or whatever we need to do. There wasn't any more work done on these catch basins later in the day. My best guess is that with Mr. Rene and Singing Marvin having been working outside here in the sun most of the morning, I think Manny just kind of moved them indoors to get out of the heat for half the day. So they've got to come back, or someone's got to come back and finish these off. I think that will be next week. That is the end of the day, the end of the work week. To my eyes, I think both inside and out, it is just edging towards looking a little bit more like a finished house or office building, if you prefer. But I think it's edging that way with little bits of finishing, although it's not final finishing, but with smooth ceilings and various other bits and pieces of semi-finishing going on. It just begins to feel a bit more like a house rather than a shell. But that's it. Whatever's left of your weekend, enjoy. If you're not watching at the weekend, enjoy whatever you're doing anyway. See you next week.